So now you're about to embark on a new chapter in this comic book love story, whose outcome is for you to write. This is your Stan Lee moment. Pretty soon, you may develop characters of your own. Maybe you start off with your own dynamic duo, but hopefully you end up with a Sinister Six, or maybe even a Salem 7. Whatever the case may be, we all look forward to the day when you become the legal guardians of the galaxy for your very own spin-off stories. Friends and family, we are here today out of affection and honor for Andy and Tiffany, to witness their vows which will unite them in marriage. They bring a spirit that is uniquely their own, out of which has blossomed a love which will continue to grow and strengthen as time passes.
So why am I having a wedding at Napa Valley? Well, Napa Valley is actually Andy's dream wedding. And as all of you know, Andy is very passionate about his wine.
We're gonna take a photo.
I'm very fortunate to have found someone who is just as content spending the day in the living room or a coffee shop with me, doing the simplest things like reading together, watching historical documentaries, or building Legos.
People always ask me, when did I know you were the one? Truth is, I kinda knew immediately that first night when George introduced us at Common Room. You had this natural aura about you that exudes complete confidence and comfort in your own skin. You were especially glowing while giving me a live dissertation on what constituted as an Omega level mutant in X-Men. I've begun to learn that life is full of trials and tribulations. I cannot promise we'll have a fairy tale wedding, a fairy tale marriage.
Andy, I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. I guess you'd say, what can make me feel this way? My girl.
My girl. My girl.
Talking about my girl.
My girl.
Andy, you know what they say? They say that if you really love your wife, you renew your vows in Napa every year with all your friends and family. Clap, laugh for that.
I promise to always be your biggest fan when you sing and when you roll around in your yoga poses.
Set you in motion. It's an exotic romance. It's a fiery dance. Follow the
So Andy, this is a word of the wise for you. I asked my grandpa, what is the secret to a long and successful marriage like yours? Without missing a beat, just one word. Always keep your mouth shut.
Hi, you. Hi, Beth.
I noticed, Tiff, that the more you were being you, the confident, the grounded, joyful, super nerdy girl that you are, you brought out the same qualities in Andy. And those, I think, are Andy's best qualities.
You dance with no rhythm, have a severe lack of sense of direction, have a tendency to give away movie spoilers before I see them, and possess a tact and bluntness only found in men. Yet these so-called flaws are also the same traits that I find most adorable.
And that to me is what marriage is about. There's no blueprint, there's no instruction manual, but what you need to do is put your two sets together and build things that only the two of you can dream of together. A life of building each other up and creating more memories over and over again.
As the officiant, it is my duty to share some choice words with the bride and groom. And even though I am single and unmarried, I have attended many weddings, so I'm qualified to talk about love.
So here's the context. We're in St. Paul's, right? And the competition is stiff. When I say we, I mean me and Adam. We spent hours, hundreds of hours preparing for the SAT. Andy spent thousands of hours. He was a dedicated hard worker, but he was focused on playing Minesweeper.
By the power vested in me by no one, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Wait, hold on. Now that you're no longer just friends, it is now time to take this platonic relationship to the next level by sealing this marriage with a kiss. You may kiss the bride now. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Young.
I still remember the promise I made to you the day I proposed in our living room. I said, I don't want to be at the hills of Tuscany or at the white sand beaches of Maldives. I choose to be here in our living room because we were never about the grand romantic gestures, and proposing to you in the living room was our definition of love.
Someone once told me that real life is an unconditional commitment to an imperfect person. When all the butterflies have fluttered away and our wedding is just a distant memory, I vow to remember this commitment and to remember that true love is a deliberate choice, a promise, and a decision that we make every day.
And love is, well, difficult to understand and explain. Truly, marriage is a set of promises made and kept by two individuals. Today, Andy and Tiffany stand before us to publicly declare their love for each other.
I feel so at home when I am with you. You love me for all my quirky habits. You're willing to share all my eclectic interests.
Tiffany, I love you. And as they say in Vulcan, Asha Nash Tadu.
So what is love really? When I look at Tiffany and Andy, it's obvious they're a perfect match. But how do we put it in words? Love is like a riddler wrapped in a mystique inside an enigma. Much like a funny riddle, love should be filled with laughter. You can even define love by what it's not. It's unconditional and undying. But at its core, the only form of love that really matters is true love.